Hi, my name's Valentic and welcome to our Advantage Property Market Update. Well, it's definitely transitioning to a buyer's market, which is great news for buyers out there, but not so great news for sellers. The clearance rates are now in the low 60s, but we're still seeing some very solid growth in Melbourne over the last couple of years in the middle suburbs. So there was a property in Moody Close in Caulfield East, which recently sold for $1,051,000. The identical property next door, the semi-detached house, sold for $915,000 2 years ago. So we're seeing some good growth. We bought in Darabin Boulevard Reservoir for an investor of ours for $820,000. A very comparable property sold for $955,000 recently. So there is some strong growth in those middle suburbs. And we're still seeing some records in Melbourne, over 30 records in the last 12 months. And again, we saw a record broken in Leslie Road, Essendon. A house sold for $8 million. The previous record was around $4.5 million. And who would have thought that Cranbourne North would get a massive price of $2,350,000, beating the previous record of $1,080,000. So we're still getting some of these strong results. Well, Melbourne continues to go outwards and grow outwards, and the outer suburbs are really dominating. So Werribee, Broadmeadows and Ardea have had massive growth in the last 12 months. Ardea, for instance, leads the nation with growth of 35%. We've been buying over in Ardea for the last couple of years, and our clients have had some fantastic growth there. Also, we're seeing some great growth not only for housing, but the unit market. Instead of the inner suburbs dominating the unit growth, now we're seeing areas like McLeod and Q East, which are out further, that 10 to 20 kilometre ring, dominating and having about 30 to 35% growth in the last 12 months. So that's where the growth has really been. A recent survey showed that Australians had a number of major concerns, and one of them was property affordability. It was the second major concern behind crime, and there's a good reason for this. In the early 1980s, we had about 62% of people owning their own home. That's now dropped to around 44%. Housing affordability has made it so much harder for youngsters, first home buyers to get into the marketplace and buy their first property in particular. Well, the block is getting some great publicity. The Gatwick Hotel is being transformed into a magnificent building. We've been involved again in this 10th series. It'll be on TV soon. But the latest news is that they've bought 5 houses in Grey Street in St Kilda at 38 Grey Street, which is at the moment being converted into a backpacker hostel. So it'll be another very exciting series. It'll be amazing to see how they transform a backpacker hostel and transform that part of Grey Street, and we look forward to being involved in that in our 11th series. Please don't hesitate to get on our website, check out our information about our Buyer's Advocate, Seller's Advocate, Property Management, Owners Corporation Services and our group block purchases. We look forward to seeing you next time.